What's going on with these, like, random days of the week where a corridor of darkness, like, appears out of nowhere, and then, whoop, out comes some, like, massive Kingdom Hearts news. That's the way it's been over the past couple of weeks, because we've got another scoop here, and this one is huge. It indicates some massive stuff for Kingdom Hearts 4. Basically confirms to us that this game is further along than I think most of us realize, which is a good thing, which to me further solidifies that 2026 is in fact going to be our year, and it also teaches us that Square Enix are learning. So what exactly am I talking about? Well, a few hours back, Zach Polkers, I believe I pronounced that correct, but my bad if I didn't, confirmed over on Twitter a bunch of projects that he'd been working on over the past year for voice acting work, and one of them is Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, of course, I had to look into this just to ensure that this person is who they say they are. Are they actually a voice actor? Because personally, I've never heard of Zach Polkers before, and yes, there is an IMDb page for him. He is definitely an official voice actor. In fact, here's an example reel of some of his work.
You should not have come here. This land is filled with the dead. Oh, crap! Oh, darn it. Okay, hold on. Why don't you just close? Foolish mortals, you are nothing but a vessel.
We were in the trenches when the enemy!
Now, the first thing that I thought about this was, damn, okay, that's kind of crazy for a voice actor to come out saying, yeah, I've been working on Kingdom Hearts 4, because this tells us a lot about the current state of development for the game. I was thinking, okay, well, this has to be going against NDA. So generally, when VAs are doing work for a project, whatever it might be, they'll have to sign an NDA so that they're not able to legally disclose that they've been working on that project. And considering that this is a Disney-related piece of content, you would think that Disney would ensure that any of the VAs keep their mouth shut until after the game's release or close to it. But no, he's been given full permission to be able to disclose that he has in fact been doing VA work for the game, which is highly unusual. Now, as most of you guys should know, when it comes to voice acting, and especially a game that is Japanese made, the English voice acting is one of the final steps of the development process. Usually within the final year to year and a half of development is when the companies will start seeking out the cast of voice actors and start to do voice acting work for the game. But remember a few weeks ago how Cody Christian put up an Instagram story mentioning that he's currently in the studio recording some lines for something unknown, but it seems like it is probably to do with Cloud, just given the caption and the sticker he put on the story. Obviously, a lot of people gravitated towards Final Fantasy Remake Part 3, though that wouldn't really make too much sense as that game has only been in development for a year now, unless Square Enix are wanting to get straight into recording lines earlier on in the development process rather than towards the end, which, yeah, they could totally do. It doesn't really logically make sense for Cody to be recording lines for Final Fantasy VII right now. When I was initially talking about this news to do with Cody, I was saying, what if it's not Final Fantasy, but rather Kingdom Hearts 4. Cody will no doubt go on to be Cloud's voice actor for any Cloud-related content and media going forward. So if Cloud is to be in Kingdom Hearts to finally return and to get a continuation of that Cloud Sephiroth storyline, then it would make sense for Cody to be the voice actor of Cloud. I don't think it's really a coincidence that we've now got a voice actor who has come out to confirm that within this past year they have done work for Kingdom Hearts 4, and then in the same time frame, Cody Christian, the voice actor of Cloud, also comes out to say, hey, I've been doing work for this character. Keeping in mind though, while I personally don't think that it is to do with 7 Part 3, it could be to do with a totally different Final Fantasy game that for some reason includes Cloud. Like, Dissidia, for example. But just given how vocal people were over the absence of Final Fantasy in Kingdom Hearts 3, and that Nomura was aware of this to the point where he even acknowledged it in an interview to do with Kingdom Hearts 4, it's totally possible that Final Fantasy inclusion might be more of a priority this time around with KH4. Going off of what Tetsuya Nomura said about Kingdom Hearts 4 so far, in relation to the reaction command system, for example, it really does seem as if they're going back to certain things that fans really liked about the Kingdom Hearts series to bring back for the 4th numbered entry. Now, what this also tells us about Square Enix and how they're approaching their marketing is that they are starting to go through the promotional phase of a game much closer to the game's release. The promotional cycle for Kingdom Hearts 4 has obviously been very different compared to Kingdom Hearts 3, with that game being revealed in 2013, then getting a follow-up trailer in 2015. From 2015 forward, it was sort of like, yeah, every so often the years go by, we'd get like the odd trailer leading up to 2019. It was this slow burn of showing us the game at different stages throughout development. This was good because we were kept in the loop as to sort of what's going on with Kingdom Hearts 3, but at the same time, the negative comes because it's like, well, we're now 4 years on, and you're still showing trailers, but there is no release date in sight. What is happening? I think that Square Enix just didn't want a repeat of that type of promotional cycle for Kingdom Hearts 4, and rather approach it like they did with Final Fantasy XVI and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I really do think that the only reason why they ended up showing Kingdom Hearts 4 during the 20th anniversary was to have something substantial there to display for the anniversary of the series, and to let people know, hey, Kingdom Hearts 4 is coming. This would absolutely tell us that Kingdom Hearts 4 is a lot closer than we think, and it sort of reinforces the idea that we are going to be getting a substantial update on this game sometime throughout 2025. It could very well be in a matter of weeks with Summer Games Fest coming up, or it could be September at the Tokyo Game Show. And of course, we've got the Game Awards at the end of the year in December. Either way, I think our time is finally arriving. We've been incredibly patient. We waited more than 1,000 plus days to just see something, and we got that little something. So I think we're starting to approach the main course. Now, I still believe that Q3, Q4 of 2026 is when Square Enix will look at releasing Kingdom Hearts 4, with the bulk of 2026 basically being the promotional cycle for the game, revealing each of the worlds that are going to be in, and the new systems, features, and a few smaller story teasers. Hopefully not as crazy as they went with Kingdom Hearts 3's promotion. Because, oh my god, what are you doing? Why are you showing me this? Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Be sure to slippity slap that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Big thank you to my wonderful patrons. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll talk again real soon.